Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM'S Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts and Vincent Limited.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, pay slips, job letter, and two references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts and Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, consuming alcohol during funeral processions or at cemeteries in St. Vincent and the Grenadines will soon be regulated, as Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said the government will bring legislation to Parliament next week to bring order to the burial process. Prime Minister Gonsalves said the behavior of some mourners is becoming out of hand and there is a lot of disrespect. We hear more from the Prime Minister.
It is one thing for us to say we're celebrating the life of somebody we're moving in a procession with. It's a terrible thing to see people drinking beer and rum and while they're jumping up as though it's a carnival, you know. And you go inside the churchyard and you see people with icebox selling alcoholic beverages and so on. I think we have to do something about this. It has gotten out of hand, and the legislators have to do something to bring some order to this celebratory but though solemn event.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. Additionally, the Prime Minister said parliamentarians will also consider legislation on increasing penalties for guns and ammunition crimes, court reporting, and sexual offenses. Vincentian diplomat and attorney Diani Jimisha Prince recently tied the knot with Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Terence Drew. The ceremony took place on Saturday, February 10th in Barbados. In an announcement via Facebook in the evening following their nuptials, Prime Minister Drew expressed his gratitude and joy, stating, "It is with a grateful heart that I inform you of my marriage to my wife, Mrs. Diani Prince Drew." Prime Minister Drew is the Federation's fourth Prime Minister and the first to have gotten married during his tenure. Diani Jimisha Prince Drew is an experienced lawyer and diplomat with a strong background in both criminal and international law. Prince Drew, daughter of Minister of Health Sinclair Prince, is the counselor at St. Vincent and the Grenadines' United Nations mission. In 2022, she was presented a Certificate of Achievement by then U.S. Ambassador to the Eastern Caribbean, Linda S. Tagliela Taylor, for being nominated for the Outstanding Cooperation with Regional Partners Award. Still on the local scene, Friday, February 9th saw a $500 award presented to nearly 800 students who sat the 2023 CSEC, CAPE, and Associate Degree examinations. Minister of Education Curtis King, during the handing over ceremony, stated that this $500 award is more than just a financial incentive, but is a representation of the government's investment in the nation's future. We hear more from Minister King.
Ladies and gentlemen, these awards are not their financial incentive. They represent also the investment that our government makes in our future. Each dollar bestowed upon you bright minds, is an investment in knowledge, innovation, and progress.
That was the Minister of Education, Curtis King. According to the Ministry of Education, a total of 795 students were presented with a $500 award. 437 CSEC students, 203 CAPE students, and 124 in associate degree programs. On to news in the region. A healthier nation with well-educated, productive, and industrious citizens is what Grenadian Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell has in his plans to develop the Spice Isle over the next 25 years. The development plan, which is dubbed Vision 75, was unveiled on February 5th, 2 days before Grenada celebrated its Golden Independence Jubilee. He told the packed audience that gathered to listen to his speech that Vision 75 is a continuation of the 2035 National Sustainable Development Plan, which was drafted by Grenadians under the previous administration of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. The development plan suffered setbacks due to the coronavirus pandemic and the 2022 general election, which brought the current government into power. The Prime Minister noted that the 2035 National Sustainable Development Plan was a good policy that represented the views of Grenadians and should not be sidelined due to petty politics. Grenada's development all over the next quarter will be streamlined under the pillars of health, education, agriculture, energy security, and society. Ralph Thorne is the new opposition leader in Barbados. The Member of Parliament for Christchurch South has over 35 years of experience in the political arena. However, this is his first foray into leadership. Prior to making the decision to take up this role, Thorne was a Barbados Labour Party BLP backbencher. He ran on a BLP card for the past two general elections and won his seat in 2018, then repeated in 2022. Thorne's crossing the floor was confirmed to all media outlets when the notice of his swearing-in was issued just after midday Sunday, February 11th. Subsequently, on the evening of Sunday, at a Christchurch East Branch meeting, BLP members, in addition to BLP leader Prime Minister Mia Amor-Martley, also affirmed his decision, but without knowledge of the reason. The swearing-in ceremony took place at State House and was conducted by the President of Barbados, Her Excellency the Most Honorable Dame Sandra Mason. On the international scene, the United Nations has seized a Boeing 747 cargo plane that Iran sold to a Venezuelan state airline, drawing condemnation from Tehran. The U.S. Department of Justice announced late on Monday that it had taken custody of the aircraft after Argentina grounded it 18 months ago. Washington says that the sale of the plane to Venezuela in 2022 by Iran's Mahan Air violated its sanctions on Tehran. The U.S. has imposed sanctions on the airline due to its affiliation with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC). Mahan Air's sale of the aircraft to Venezuela's Entrasur violated these sanctions, Washington said. Following the deal, Argentina grounded the jumbo jet in July 2022. Since the U.S. started imposing its toughest unilateral sanctions yet on Iran in 2019, Washington has been treating the IRGC, a crucial military and economic component of the establishment in Iran, as a foreign terrorist organization. Iran was swift to blast the U.S. move. Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesman Nasser Kanani condemned it as illegal in a short statement, contended that it violated the United Nations Charter, and vowed to help Caracas in reclaiming the Boeing. Finally, in sports, India batter KL Rahul has been ruled out of the third test against England through injury. Rahul also missed the second test with a thigh issue, which India won to level the series 1-1. It is yet to be confirmed whether all-rounder Ravindra Jadeja will return after a hamstring injury. Devdutt Padikkal replaces Rahul in an already depleted India squad, with star batter Virat Kohli confirmed to miss the remainder of the series. The Board of Control for Cricket in India added that Rahul has reached 90% match fitness and is expected to return for the fourth and fifth tests. The third test starts in Rajkot on Thursday, February 15th. This has been WEFM'S Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Switch to a Ready Cash loan today. Bring your loan to us and get 25% off your interest rate. Get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and hassle-free service, so you can do all the important things you need with ease. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit us in-store or apply online at www.shopcourts.com. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready.